and the All Indiana Podcast Network. This is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Jenkins, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 Podcast for Thursday, January 2nd.
Looking for ways to save on your energy bills? AES Indiana has you covered. From smart thermostats to home energy assessments, we offer simple solutions to keep your home comfortable and your costs down. AES can help you save money and energy with kits, tips, rebates, and more. Visit aesindiana.com/ways to save to learn more about how we can help you save money. AES Indiana, helping you discover real ways to save.
We begin with the top story we've been following out of New Orleans. The FBI says U.S. Army veteran Shamsa Din Jabbar posted videos on social media just hours before an attack, claiming inspiration from the Islamic State group and expressing a desire to kill. Investigators found guns and an improvised explosive device in the rented pickup truck used in the attack. As we first told you on Wish TV, the rampage began around 3:15 on New Year's morning. That's when a white pickup truck drove through a police blockade on Bourbon Street, plowing into crowds of people. The driver then got out, opened fire on officers, and was killed in a shootout with police. City leaders revealed that a barrier system meant to prevent vehicle attacks was under repair ahead of the Super Bowl in February. President Joe Biden spoke last night about the attacks, calling it a despicable and heinous act.
While this person committed a terrible assault on the city, the spirit of our New Orleans will never, never, never be defeated. It always will shine forth. We've seen that time and time again throughout its history, and I know we'll see it again in the days and weeks ahead.
We are also learning more about the victims this morning. One of the people killed was 27-year-old Tiger Beck, a former Princeton football player. Officials say the names of the other victims will be released after autopsies are complete and families are notified. Switching gears now to the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans. The game between Notre Dame and Georgia is finally happening today after being postponed yesterday due to the nearby attack. It is set to take place at the Superdome, which is less than a mile from where the incident occurred. Notre Dame shared on social media that their team and staff traveling for the game are safe and were not involved in the attack. Back here in Indianapolis, firefighters believe squatters may have sparked a fire at the former Tyson plant on the near southeast side. Crews were called to the old food distribution warehouse on South Keystone Avenue around yesterday afternoon. The building was mostly empty except for some old shelving. When firefighters arrived, they found heavy fire and smoke on one side of the building, but managed to get it under control within about 30 minutes. In Gibson County, sheriff's deputies have arrested Michael Kegg Jr. in connection to the deaths of two people found inside a burning home on New Year's Eve. Deputies say the fires were intentionally set at the home on East State Road 64 near Francisco. While the victims haven't been identified, investigators say they are working to determine if Kegg was related to those who died. Now to Lake County, where a man is under arrest after allegedly hitting two patrol cars with a stolen SUV while trying to flee from deputies. It all started around 3:30 yesterday afternoon in Hobart when an officer attempted to pull over a Honda Pilot with stolen plates. Investigators say the driver backed into a patrol car, sped off down I-65, hit a second police car, and eventually crashed into a parked truck before coming to a stop. Charges against the suspect are pending. The FBI is investigating whether the explosion of a Tesla Cybertruck outside the Trump International Hotel in Las Vegas is linked to terrorism. Police say one person died in that blast and 7 others suffered minor injuries. Firework mortars and camping fuel canisters were found inside the vehicle. Authorities know who rented the Cybertruck in Colorado, but have not released their name while they confirm if it matches the person who died. And now, Colts Watch. Quarterback Anthony Richardson is opening up about the back injury that kept him out of Sunday's loss to the Giants. Richardson says an MRI revealed a disc issue aggravated during the Colts game against the Titans.
Last week was tough. I couldn't even stand up on Tuesday. Could barely even walk, crawling around the house. But, I'm here. I'm standing now. If I can do everything in my power to get on the field, I'm going to do so.
Richardson's doctors say that he won't need surgery for now. Head coach Shane Steichen says they will monitor his progress to see if he can play in Sunday's matchup against the Jaguars. When it comes to the weather, it is about to get cold. Storm Track 8 says some snow showers could move in overnight. Meteorologist Tara Hastings has your News 8 Daily 8 forecast.
We've got one batch of snow moving through later tonight and then another one and a bigger wallop, I think, here heading into Sunday. We do have a little bit of sunshine out there right now. It's 27 degrees in Indianapolis. Southwest winds at 6 miles per hour. That is creating a wind chill, or feels like temperature right now at 20. It feels like 18 in Lafayette, 15 in Kokomo, also in Richmond, and it feels like 16 degrees right now in the Muncie area. We've got some sunshine out there right now, but also thicker clouds just off to the west of us. And I do think that cloud cover will eventually move in later tonight, or later this afternoon, and the snow will arrive later tonight. Here's a look at Storm Tracker. We are tracking this storm, producing some snow across parts of Des Moines right now, and also have winter weather advisories for Iowa and western sections of Illinois. This system will move across the state later tonight and bring with it a quick swath of snow here. We are going to look for temperatures today into the mid-30s with that cloud cover increasing across much of the state. Later tonight, between about 7 to 8 o'clock, we'll see that snow enter the picture here, and we'll see the potential for some light accumulations from Indianapolis and points northward here. I think things begin to wrap up here by early tomorrow morning, but we could see a few slick spots with those temperatures falling below freezing. Today, up to 35 in Indianapolis, lower 40s farther southward, and right around freezing in South Bend and Fort Wayne. Today is going to be the warmest day of the next 7 days. We'll talk about where our temperatures go from here and talk about more snow chances, all in my full forecast.
To get a peek at Tara's full forecast, just head over to wishtv.com. And don't forget, conditions will change throughout the day. So to make sure you have the most up-to-date forecast, download the Wish TV Storm Track 8 app. And for a more detailed look at conditions, you can check out our Storm Track 8 weather blogs. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 podcast for Thursday, January 2nd. I'm Jeremy Jenkins for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.